Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22. So yes, I have just jumped the start because I wanted to earn ourselves a long lap penalty so we can replicate Fabio Quartararo's performance at the British GP of Silverstone at this fantastic track. So the goal, I've got massive contact there with a couple of riders, but the goal of today's video is to get to the front, chuck in the long lap penalty, which we're going to lose around 1.5 to 2 seconds, and then hopefully still win the Grand Prix. But so far it's been a magnificent start, already up from to 9th position from starting at the back of the grid using power setting 3, and we're going to try and outbrake both Martin and Maverick Vinales. Of course, Vinales on a roll right now with that Aprilia RSGP, winning, getting on the podium, should I say, in Assen, and then back-to-back here in Silverstone. I tell you what, he had a chance of winning, and I tell you what, that was a move and a half. Going into Vale, now to the right hand side, massive contact with Aleix Espargaro. We got a massive wheelie coming out of the corner. I don't know why this game does that. When you have contact and the AI wants to push back into the position you're in, it just makes you wheelie. Very strange, but a little bit of contact now with Enea Bastianini. He won't be impressed with that one, will the Beast? Of course, the Beast had a fantastic race at the weekend. -1 winglet, still very competitive and impressive. But up in the inside, do we go for the lunge now on Bagnaia? We certainly do, as in turn Aleix Espargaro tries to pick up Marquez in the left hand side, but we have the long lap penalty to serve within 4 laps. Of course, that is pretty much the entirety of this Grand Prix, as we just went off track there. We don't want to be earning ourselves a second track limit warning for going off the track too many times. But to the left hand side, to Brooklands we go. Nice and tight to the apex of the left-hand side. Bringing in to Luffield. Ooh, a little bit too tight there. Not looking like Lorenzo when he made the move up into the inside of Luffield 2013. An iconic manoeuvre which I'll probably never, ever forget. But coming out of Woodcut, picking up a massive amount of speed, outbraking Aleix Espargaro into Copse. Beautifully done as we get really close to Marquez now. Really close to the Repsol Honda RC213V, but now into the left-hand side for Maggots, into the right-hand side for turn 3. Goodness me, Marquez right on the cusp of getting through as we have a small movement on the brakes. And I've got to be honest with you guys, not quite feeling my best in MotoGP 22. I've been recently playing a lot of Ride 4, playing online with the Aces, as you may have seen or may not have seen the live streams, and it's been really great battles, but I lost a little bit of the feeling with the bikes in MotoGP. Of course, the bikes in MotoGP are much heavier, they manoeuvre a lot less than they do in Ride 4, and everything's a little bit more simulated rather than the arcade aspect of Ride 4. But now into the right hand side for turn 9. Still looking quite promising. Need to get back into my rhythm. I don't think I'm confident enough on the brakes with these MotoGP machines. Perhaps when we go back into our MotoGP career mode series, I'll start to feel a little bit more like my old self. But for the time being, we have 3 laps remaining to serve the long lap penalty, and you know what? I think now is a better time than any to get it done. Nice and tight to the apex as we go now into, before the loop rather, going into the long lap penalty. Have we got it done? A little bit wide upon the exit, but we've done it. Absolutely done it. And with the drive out of that corner, we're actually able to pick up some wonderful positions and almost beating Brad Binder for 5th position as we now go under the bridge for the left-hand side. Goodness me, outbraking Brad Binder nice and late. Maybe there isn't anything wrong with my braking at this point of the video, but we'll now go to the right-hand side. Sneak a little look up on the inside with the Beast, and yet again, locking horns with Le Bestia. Enea Bastianini getting pushed into Luffield, and we now have a chance of getting back onto the podium positions. It's currently Marquez, Espargaro, Bagnaia, Quartararo, Bastianini, Binder, Oliveira, and Jorge Martin. Sad to see that Johan Zarco is not up near the front, but of course after a disappointment in Silverstone, I don't think he'd want to be anywhere near Britain for a good while. We're now into Maggots for the right-hander for turn 2, turn 3, and then for the left-hand side for turn 4. Much tighter to the apex there, really beginning to get the feeling back now. Feel a little bit better that the fuel's dropped ever so slightly. Not really using the ride height device as such, it's not something I really ever use that often. But with power setting 3 enabled for the brief moments as we dive up in the inside of Pecco, I don't think Bagnaia wants to let us through, but we forced it through. The Yamaha YZR M1 is now up into 3rd position, when Aleix Espargaro and Marquez are going to brake extremely early here. Way too early for my liking as we go really firm on the brakes, and we could actually have the change of direction to attack Marquez into turn 9. It didn't happen this time around, but you better believe I'm thinking about it if the opportunity arises. I know we are absolutely brilliant going into the loop. The loop is the point where I can be really, really strong, so I'm very tempted to save it up and line it up here, nice and early for farm, going into village then for the right hand side. I don't know if we're going to be close enough, but I'll tell you what, I'll have a little sneaky look. Is it going to happen? It's going to be close. Not quite. The former MotoGP World Champion going up against the current MotoGP World Champion of Fabio Quartararo. Marquez still holding firm, and as you can see in the graphic in the top right hand corner of your screen, 1.8 seconds is the difference from the long lap penalty to this lap right now. Now the soft front, medium rear combination was the recommended combination for this race, and so far pretty solid. I'm quite enjoying the soft front. I've had that trouble on Ride 4 recently where I've been picking the soft front because MotoGP 22 soft front is a very, very good tyre, but using it in Ride 4 is not a good idea. But into Copse then for the fourth time of asking, for the penultimate time. We might have the speed here to go round the outside of Marquez. It's going to be brave, but not that brave. Ho ho ho! Marquez really wanted that, riding like his real-life counterpart in the video game today. But now, to the right-hand side, we go for turn 5, and we can finally take a small breath. So into the left now for Chapel. We can bring on the power, trying out the ride height device this time around. I think I need more for power setting 3, but if we can do it without using power setting 3, I'll be quite happy. Which I think we can. Oh! I felt the front go. The front cried almost no more. Wow, that was hearts in mouths moments there. I did a little warm-up before starting this and I crashed there twice, I think it was, and the same feeling of just losing the front happened again. That was a very scary moment. I really had to hold my breath. But of course, guys, if you are enjoying the content so far, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. Helps out the channel quite a lot, I do say. So about halfway around this lap now, we are pursuing Marquez. I'm going to try and brake a little bit earlier here, like we sort of rehearsed for the other lap. Is it enough? Are we going to be close enough now for the loop this time around? I think we are. Up on the inside, almost picking up the world champion, or the former world champion, should I say, as we now go to the left. Brilliant, brilliant speed coming out the corner, but once again, not picking up the bike early enough as we now go firm onto the brakes for this 16th corner for the 4th time of asking. Back into the left-hand side. I think turn 1 could be the spot for us to go on through. If we aren't going to leave it as late as the loop, then we can definitely get the work done going into the first corner. Now, this is the stranger thing about MotoGP 22. The difficulty is 120% AI as we now go for the move on Marquez. Marquez gets a bit of a speed boost and goes around the outside, brave as anything. There's the man from Cerveza in Spain as we now go to the left. Can we? Oh, this is brave into Maggots. We do hold off Marquez, and we have the lead. Finally regaining the lead, but this is what I was about to say earlier on regarding the AI difficulty in MotoGP 22. To start the races off, the AI are pretty bad. They're not impressive at all, and I'm going to have to drop down to power setting 1 now because looking at the fuel, we could be in a little bit of trouble if we really don't manage that fuel. It's looking a little bit scary, but as I was saying regarding the AI is really bad to start races off, and that's why we're able to take up so many positions so quickly, so early on. But now towards the end of the race, I'm beginning to have to push a little bit. Yes, the lap times aren't as fast as I was doing in warm-up and practice where I was doing 57.5s, but still, the competitive nature of the AI, should I say, is happening a little bit more towards the end of the races. So the latter stages we do get a little bit more entertaining towards for most videos. But now into the right hand side, into Village, and into, ooh, that was very tight to the apex. I think knees, feet and elbows and toes all touched the rumble strip there. That was a little bit scary, but to the left hand side, keep it in nice and tight, begin to open the throttle and keep it pinned until we get to the green part here on the right hand side. You see the green part there? Begin braking in for Brooklands for the left hand side for 16. Bring it in nice and calm now, a little bit twitchy on the rear brake, but with a gap that is oscillating from 7/10 to 9/10 of a second. This one is in the metaphorical bag. Fabio Quartararo enters Woodcourt for the final time of asking nice and tight to the apex as we bring on the power across the line. Victory is ours, even with the long lap penalty. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comment section if you did. If you really enjoyed it, I would advise to hit the subscribe button because I do a lot more content just like this one today. But guys, thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao for now.
Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.